Hello, hello, good evening, and welcome to eModels Monday, or half of it, because, you know, the better half of eModels Monday is here this week. There's two of us.
Southern takeover, Chris, isn't it?
Southern takeover. Yeah, we've banned the Northerners. We got rid of them. They want to build a wall, they can have it. They can keep their side of the wall, and we'll be all right. Welcome to everybody that's watching. Sorry if you come along watching for Ted or Foxx. They both can't be with us tonight. Ted's got a good excuse. He's got visitors, and he didn't want to, stream in front of them and wander off. Foxx hasn't got a good excuse. It's Fox's birthday today, so we think he may be a little bit used.
But we think he's got a dose of CB8, but his Mama Foxx isn't well.
He's in the chat, so you can take the mick out of him. In chat.
Exactly. So we're going to mock him for pulling the Joker. Bless him.
We can't help it. It'll happen. So yes, just me and Colin tonight. We will do the regular stuff though. We've got some stuff. Foxx is what's in store, but he did give us the what's in store, so I've got that to go through a little bit later on. Colin's got his factoids lined up and ready to go, and we even have a prize to give away.
Absolutely.
You can't go away and come back at the end, because it'll probably be a short show, because Foxx isn't here to talk and waffle for ages. So
absolutely. Just to say,
come back
because someone in the chat's gone hired by Kevin there. Can't watch because all the lagging. We can't do anything about it, folks. It's no good having a go at us. It's beyond our control. All our settings have been checked. All our uploads have been checked. It's beyond
everything
our
is going
control
up to YouTube at a lovely rate of speed from my end. And I believe that last week's video is fine now. It's just the streaming bit of it. Us sending it to YouTube is fine. It's YouTube's problem sending it out. So apologies if you can't watch. But
watch it back.
It's still me that has a 2-minute countdown to Anders.
Because
Anders is the only
so
one.
There is a delay. It's beyond. It's beyond our control at the end of the day. So, don't have a go at us. Don't have a go at Chris. Don't have a go at eModels. It's beyond our control at the end of the day.
It's Fox's fault.
Absolutely.
I think they're running a little late this frame, so we should be live. Try refreshing. I'm getting a message from the downstairs.
F5.
Refresh and make sure you're watching live, and then you should be catching up with us. You shouldn't still be on the countdown. But if you've been lagging and refreshing, then it sort of will put you back a little bit. So I don't know if there's any sports ball things related today that YouTube, obviously bandwidth issues are happening, but as far as I can tell, everything's going out fine from my end, if you excuse the expression. But we're going to stay and we're going to broadcast for a bit. If it all goes pear-shaped, then we'll disappear, but other than that, we should still be here. So that's about it, really. Terms and conditions, if you're watching us, just keep it nice and friendly in the chat, because it's an eModels channel. And eModels content, and eModels are your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. Like and subscribe and all that and stuff. Don't mention other retailers. Have a good time. Be friendly and don't use nasty words, because they're nasty.
No, that's right. Absolutely.
Anders has restarted his browser and has got the same result. Sorry. If you catch up with us and we say this in a minute, then we're sorry for then. But I shall double check my settings while Colin does his Festus factoid stuff.
Absolutely. So, I'll do a factoid, but I've wrote in the chat, Chris, that it will play back fine. So we're going to carry on with the show. Apologies, like I say, for the lagging, but we'll carry on as normal, and then you can watch it back later and you'll be able to see what we're doing. So I'll carry on with the factoid whilst Chris is doing these settings. First up, folks, ARPANET. Yeah, there you go. ARPANET linked 4 nodes. In 1969, the nascent ARPANET grew to 4 nodes with ARPA, and this begins with an A, the US Department of Defense's Advanced Research Projects Agency. Connected computer network nodes at 4 universities, the University of California, Los Angeles, Stanford Research, and Menlo Park. There you go. I think that was the early part of the old internet, wasn't it? So we'll scroll up and do a few births. On this day, in 1932, an American theoretical physicist was born called Sheldon Lee Glashow, and he worked with a bloke called Stephen Weinberg and Abdus Salam and received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1979 for their complementary efforts in formulating electroweak theory. There you go, folks. Next up, we had Cecil Frank Powell, an English physicist who was awarded the Nobel Prize, coincidentally, for physics in 1950 for his development of the photographic method of studying nuclear processes for the resulting discovery of the pion immersion, an heavy subatomic particle. There you go. Got that right, didn't I? Next up, we had an American aviator and aircraft manufacturer called Clyde Vernon Cessna. Of the little Cessna plane that everyone,
nice ones.
Everyone really loves to go in. Have you ever flown in one of them, Chris?
I have in fact flown one myself.
Oh, have you really? You was the stick man, was you?
I was the man with the controls and stuff. Yeah, I had a flying lesson many years ago. One single flying lesson, and I quite enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a little bit of buffering in them, but it's really nice to be that close man and machine, isn't it? It's like, yeah. So if you get a chance, folks, go up in a little Cessna. They are great fun. Got some deaths for you, folks.
Apparently I'm having some trouble with my audio. Colin did say I was having some trouble with my audio before we went live. Again, I as far as I can tell, everything's fine at my end, but apologies for that as well. I'll just keep quiet. I'll let Colin do the talking.
I'll take it you can hear me all right, folks, okay? Elwin says, evening, you absolute legends. How you doing, Colin, today, mate? I'm all right, mate. I ain't been downstairs long. I dragged the carcass down just before we got on air because I'm having a bit of a ropey time at the moment, but the show must go on, so, yeah. Deaths even, we've got Sir get your name right, Cole. This is an easy one, I thought. This bloke's a Scottish physicist. There you go. Sir Robert Alexander Watson Watt. And he is credited for the development of radar location of aircraft in England. He studied at St Andrews University, taught at Dundee University, and in 1917 worked in the meteorological office, that and all, designing devices to locate thunderstorms. There you go. Next up was an American industrial designer called Walter Darwin Teague, and he designed cameras for Eastman, Kodak and Polaroid. Excuse me, glassware for Steuben interior designs and many other items such as flat irons and radio. And he designed the old Texaco style gas stations, the ones that were painted white with the forest green streamlined stripes and the freestanding squiggly post bit. Yeah, there you go. Interesting geezer. Who else have we got? Oh, we've got a posh one here. An American physician who investigated the role of bacteria in gastrointestinal tract and developed measuring techniques such as indiol. There you go. Christian even, Archibald with an H. And he done a publication called The Diagnosis of Diseases of the Nervous System. He sadly died at the very young age of 45. And last up, we got an Italian an anatomist. Is that atomin? Yeah. Him, and pathologist whose works help make anatomy the exact science. His name was Giovanni Battista Morgagni, and he did a work called De Sedibus et Causius Morbirum per Anatomum Indigatis, called translated to On the seats and causes of disease. There you go.
I haven't read that one.
folks. Nothing wrong with my sound. That's just how I speak. So apologies for getting that wrong. So there you go, folks. Births, deaths, factoids.
Cool. Thank you very much. Apparently my sound is getting worse, but only Chris's end. Colin sounds fine. Paul Ryder is no lag in Accrington, just sound on Chris, not good. I don't sound good.
Oh,
I
right.
understand. That's fine.
Yeah, you're a bit poppy, my end. Bit. Oh, what's his name? Do you remember Norman Collier, the bloke, the window? Him.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, I'll
what's up
prattle
with
on
that.
for a little bit, mate.
I've got my normal microphone
yeah.
set up in my normal way, so it should all be fine. But I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Musey's sneaked in and hugged me, so I'm going to hug Muse back because I can.
That's fine. I
Because
don't mind
why
being
not?
ignored. That's perfectly okay. If Muse wants to ignore me, that's
Oh,
No.
you're not feeling the love,
I'm not
Chris.
getting any wibbles.
Do you want to hug it out?
I'm completely wibbleless.
There you go, mate. There you go.
Socially distanced hugs.
Have a
thank
hug,
you.
mate. Have a hug.
Yeah. We haven't got Ted to do a ding, and we're not going to do the ding thing because I can't reach me buttons for that. And Fred, I think what the sound is good now. Chris says, Owen, I didn't do anything, but there we go. But
He didn't do anything, mate. But yeah,
my audio is
there you
better
go.
now.
So,
Says
yes.
Foxx. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. I
No,
don't know.
there's not a lot we can do about it. Yeah. Could be anything. Could be a wobbly USB. Could be, yeah. It's witchcraft and tomfoolery, folks. That's what it is. And it's Fox's fault.
I blame Foxx.
You, guru. Yeah. So what do you want to do now then? Because
I
we've
don't know.
got
We
the
should
what's in
prepare
store, and we've
ourselves
got
to
a
do what's in store.
yeah,
won't-
we got a
won't do it
thing
quite
and
yet.
all, haven't we?
We have a thing. Yes, there is the
Yeah.
chance for winning a thing.
Yeah.
Prepare yourselves later for winning a thing.
Yeah.
No, at the end of the show, the last thing we do will be to tell you how you can win your thing. You know how to win the thing. If you've seen the
Yeah.
stream before, you know exactly what you're going to do at the
Absolutely.
end. But yeah,
Island
Anders
Boy says
I
audio
wonder how
is
many
now
minutes
good.
lag I have. Well, at the moment, the time
Normally
is,
it's about 50 seconds.
well, that was before, but it was a couple of minutes behind before that. So,
Yeah.
at the moment, the
Yeah.
time is 9:14. So if it's 14 minutes past, you're about right. If it's 20 past by the time you get this, then you're behind.
Yeah.
Fox says, my apologies, I'm in chat only. Mama Wolf is poorly at the moment, so he's looking after her. Also,
No, we
did I
don't
mention-
believe him, mate. We don't believe you, Fox. You've played the Mama Fox card. You're 3 parts
Made it
drunk
too
because
many
it's your
times,
birthday.
yeah. We
And
did
do you know
mention
what
that
he's
it's
like?
Fox's
Oh, I
birthday
can't
today.
be bothered tonight. I can't be bothered. Oh, I'll just say Mum's not well. Yeah.
If everybody in chat wants to sing Fox happy birthday, go ahead. We won't be doing it live on air because, dangerous and bad.
I dragged my carcass out of my pit to come and keep young Christoph company because I didn't want him doing it on his own. I made an effort, Fox. You should be
There was efforts
ashamed.
made. No efforts from Fox yet.
Yeah. So, yeah. Apologies if my voice is a bit off, folks. It's just how it is at the moment. But
Yeah, my voice sounds bad
Yeah,
because of
Hugh
technical
says you-
issues. Colin sounds bad because of Colin issues. And you're lucky you can't hear.
yeah,
Fox
you
test, so-
says YouTube really sucks today. Yeah, it's been like it a lot. I was watching some stuff back earlier and it was a bit poppy, so it could just be, well, if Marcy's saying it sucks her end and it's not just the UK that's having the problem then.
Yeah, bit of everywhere.
Absolutely,
so-
mate. So should we
Should we go straight on to the what's in store, shall we?
should we go in and do what's in store? Because if people are struggling with audio and clarity, let's just make it a nice short pain-free exercise for them, mate.
Right. Well, I have Fox's what's in store prepared and lined up and ready to go, and hopefully you'll be able to hear me talk about it now. But if you can't, you can just read the stuff on the screen because that's what it's all about. He has chosen 6 items that have an underlying theme going throughout them. Now, as ever, it could be absolutely anything. It could be, organisms or plants or a book or a film or a song or an album or a person.
Or
We
worms.
haven't done a famous person yet. Yeah, absolutely anything it could be. So get ready to type it into chat, but don't press send until I come back and say, what's the theme? Go. Because if you do say it too early, then you know what you end up getting. You get the finger of shame. And the finger of shame from here. Foxx is even giving you the finger of shame in chat. I don't know how he's managing it, but I'm sure he is. So
the thing is, though, we know that he's sitting there pointing at it, going, "Yeah, you." And he's doing the voice.
He'll be doing the voice. He'll be looking at the camera and talking to the microphone. He can't help himself, but he will be. So let's have a look. I shall share that stream. There we go. This is Foxx's What's in Store. The first item is the Hasegawa 148th Lockheed F-104J Starfighter from 1980. Combat Meet 202
nice.
square. I don't know what the square means, but
yeah,
it's a 148th Lockheed Starfighter. The J version from the.
I'm amazed they ever managed to fly, Chris. Them because they had
they
really
aren't
short,
a pretty plane,
tiny little wings, didn't they?
They are not a nice looking plane. Yeah,
they're a strange little thing. They had stubby little wings, and you think, how the hell did that manage to get any lift? But
I haven't got any other pictures of it other than that one, which is not a great one. My sound is fine now, says Foxx. Sound okay now.
There you go, folks. Yeah. Bobby says seems to be getting better now, Chris. Yeah, no worries. Because he's still as poppy my end, but yeah, I get about every fourth or fifth word that he says, but yeah.
That many. That's all right then, you're doing all right there, yeah.
Which for you is quite a lot.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's got the same accent, so you understand it that way. It's not like I'm talking northern or anything. So.
Oh, absolutely. It's not like you're talking that northern speak with the flat caps, pork pies and cheese, are you?
I wouldn't do that to you. Foxx is going to ask Mum who her favourite is tonight. Stand by. Well, she's only got two to choose from, so, you know.
Well, judging by the last couple of times you've asked her, I'm going to narrow it down, Foxx, and go for Ted. Yeah.
Right, so that was the first item. The second item on Foxx's list is the War Games Atlantic 28mm Napoleonic Wars British Riflemen. They are riflemen, they are British. They are hard plastic 28mm figures. At various
God, I ain't seen that sort of figure for a long time. It's lovely that they're still doing them. Because they used to be white metal, didn't they? I think I used to have a couple of the old Ussers, you know, with the old horses and all of that gubbins, you know.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's obviously for the more traditional wargaming, where you can build your own scenery and have them standing and fighting. So, yeah, British riflemen, although one of them seems to have a sword. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Fixed bayonets and all of that lot. Must have been a terrifying time to be a soldier back then.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been pleasant, just standing in the lines. But then again, the accuracy was nothing. So if someone was aiming at you, they probably weren't going to hit you.
Yeah.
But they might hit the guy next to you. But yeah. Apparently, when I said it was 14 minutes past, it's actually 19 minutes past. So yeah, you got quite a bit of lag.
Oh yes, I got a 5-minute lag then. Oh, Chris, we can get away with murder now, then, can't we?
We can. We'll get found out later, but yeah. So it's going to make the what's in store guessing a little bit tricky. You've got to put your answer in 5 minutes before I finish. I don't know how that's going to work.
So what do you want to do? Say go, but hold your hand up 5 minutes later so that they think that that's when you're doing it.
I'm sure somebody can get it sooner than that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
You seem better now the football's finished streaming. Oh, there you go. There was football, was there? That would be why.
That'll be why then, yeah. Bandwidth again. We've been saying this for weeks, haven't we, about bandwidth getting throttled.
Who'd have guessed that lots of people in the UK want to watch football? I don't know why, but they do.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's the War Games Atlantic 28mm Napoleonic Wars British Rifleman. The third item, which of course is the one that everybody has to buy, is Revell's 153rd scale, because obviously everyone needs something in 153rd. The gift set of the Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary set.
I know, it's the scale that they come out with. It's like, we're going to make this one up as we go along, isn't it?
I am convinced that they build a kit first and then measure it and work out the scale. They don't build it to a
they
specific
make the
scale.
mould, don't they? And they go, what's that going to be? Yeah.
It's about there. Right, there you go. So you get a movie poster, as well as the paints and glue to make this one your very own. Marvel has confirmed that her favourite tonight is Chris. Thank you very much, Marvel.
At
You're
least
you're
he's
my
feeling
favourite
the
Fox's
love
mum as well.
somewhere. Well
So
done,
yes.
mate. Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you very much. It's well deserved. I've got a speech
Little
ready.
bits of me are crying inside, but I'll be brave. I'll sob through it.
Yeah, you'll win it in 1 week.
I'll wring my
yeah.
torn heart out.
If you haven't built yourself an
I'll
asset
tell
or
you
an
that.
AT-AT, then you should, because they're good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's got to build one, ain't they?
Not sure what's special about the 40th anniversary set, but so it comes with a movie poster and all the greys and white paint you need. So yeah, there is
Yeah,
that.
it looks a nice kit, doesn't it?
Not bad at all. Yeah, only level 3, so not even difficult. Foxx is now giving the finger of shame in his mind. Yeah, he's about 5 minutes behind as well. So I think.
Yeah.
Next up on item 4th, we have the Games Workshop Combat Patrol from the Tau Empire. Foxx will tell you all about that in about 5 minutes when he gets up with us in chat. But yeah, there's stuff. It's Warhammer. What more do you need to know? The Tau Empire are a fledgling race in the grand scheme of things, thrusting out into the stars to spread their philosophy of the greater good to all they can reach. They're like the Jehovah's Witnesses of the Warhammer world. Probably, I don't know, but there's going to be a lot of kits in there. It is, yeah, there you go. 1 ethereal, 1 Cadra Fireblade, 1 Ghost Kill battle suit with drones, 3 stealth battle suits with a drone and homing beacons, 10 Fire Warriors with 2 drones, 1 support turret, and they can be built as a strike team or a breacher team. So yeah, lots
Happy
of
days,
stuff.
mate.
It might be 80 quid, but there's loads in there. That'll keep you busy for weeks and weeks to go.
There's a lot in there to keep you going, isn't there, at the end of the day? You know, we did the one last year, the old Orc Combat Patrol set. And yeah, they're a nice, good set if you're into that.
Yeah, if you're into the gaming, then that will give you an entire Combat Patrol set. If you're not and just want to build them and paint them, then it's a good way of getting into it as well. Yeah,
I mean, I've got mine built. I just need to sit and paint them now. But yeah, many hours of painting fun can be had with them, folks. So yeah, worthy of a look.
The next up, the penultimate item today is the Special Hobby 172nd Saab AJ37, the Vigan Strike Fighter. I don't know who Vigan is, but that's a plane that looks more like a plane. It's just a stubby little plane. It's not a very long plane, but
no, that's right.
It does the job. Comes on sprues as you would expect, with decals and a clear canopy parts.
And you get to make all the airplane noises you want as well.
You can. Once you built it, you can fly it around. It was simply an aircraft well ahead of its time. Don't know what time it was when it was and why it's ahead, but
yeah, I can remember it being about in the 80s and 90s. It was the precursor to the Eurofighter Typhoon when it with the twin wings up the front.
Right, was it? So, yeah, there you go, yeah.
Yeah, so it was around about that time, and then I think when the EU decided to go for an all-in-one fighter for everyone, it got superseded, so yeah. Nice looking plane though, and you get to make all the plane noises round your man cave as you're going running around.
Paul Ryder says that's Light Infantry Sharps Company, going back to the second item.
Oh right, yeah, the old
Sharps
Bean.
Yeah. Sharpie, yeah. I used to like that. It's very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. The last one on tonight is the Fokker Ashkelis FA330 back stilts. I don't know what that means. It's one of them little Nelly type things from Bond, isn't it? A little microlight type.
Oh yeah, it looks like a little auto gyro, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you've got to be.
U-boats.
Oh yeah, you've got to be one hell of a brave man to strap yourself to that little contraption because it does look a bit rickety,
love that.
doesn't it?
That would be great. That'd be my commute of choice.
Yeah. It would. That would be. Yeah, just imagine you gunning along. Chocks away, Ginger. I'll be back later, Gemma.
just 5 foot off the ground. Be sorted. That'd be lovely. It'd be great.
Yeah. Would you have the little flying cap on and the old white fluttery silk scarf, Chris, giving it the beans?
Oh yeah, definitely. You'd have to. Although I don't know, a scarf might be dangerous in one of them.
Yeah, them old props are proper close to his head, didn't they? It's like, yeah. You wouldn't want to stretch, would you?
No.
You know, you wouldn't want to put your hand up and wave to your mates, would you?
I mean, being that it was on a German U-boat as well, you wouldn't want to, see Hitler on the deck of a boat and give him his salute because you'd lose your hand.
Exactly, yeah. You wouldn't want to, yeah. Yeah, you'd have no knuckles, would you?
So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It was attached by cable to the sub, and they reel it out, wheel it back in, and take it apart and put it back below decks again.
Ding dong.
So there we go. That is all of the items that you will get today. I'll nip back through them again so you get a chance to see them, and then in 5 minutes you can put it in chat. You know what the item is. We've got the Hasegawa Lockheed Starfighter, the Napoleon Wars British Rifleman, the Revel ATAT from Empire Strikes Back, Games Workshop Combat Patrol, Tower Empire, the Saab Vegan Strike Fighter, and the Tacom Wagtail. Oh, there you go, that's what it means. It does say it in there as well. I won't have to try and figure out what it is. Wagtail. Interesting. So that is the theme. What is the theme? Go when you're ready. It's fine. We'll just wait until someone puts something in chat. It might be a while, but yeah. Foxx did say in the chat that the clue, it is a movie. It's a film.
Oh, it's a film. Right.
Not
because I neglected to scroll up. So, yeah, because I'm useless.
Oh, right. So you don't know what it is.
Says, why does Sean Bean's name not rhyme?
Yeah. Sheen Bean. Yeah.
Sheen Bean. Yeah. There you go.
Everyone's saying hello. We've got 5 minutes before chat comes up to anything. So is there anything else happening around?
Absolutely. Muse was saying about Ravel that she thinks that they throw numbers in an hat and then draw a number out to guess what scale they should make the model kit.
Yeah, it's definitely something along those lines.
That's a good theory.
Muse is also going back to work.
Absolutely.
So, have fun at work. Bye-bye.
Yeah. There you go, Marcy. Stay safe, darling. Lovely to see you in. Yeah. I think I might have got what it is, but yeah.
I got what it is because I read the answer.
Right.
Much easier. I read the answer actually before I looked at the links. So,
Yeah.
So, if anybody wants to put in an answer, that'd be fine. You will win absolutely nothing, as we neglected to mention at the beginning.
Absolutely
high stakes. It's not high stakes at all. Very, very low stakes.
Trouble is, what we're going to do about the old vacuum tube this week, then?
I think we'll just queue up the nothing, and Ted can send it in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, Ted will have to send it in a couple of weeks' time, won't he?
Yeah. Of course, 2 weeks' time is the last one before Christmas. So.
Yeah, I know. It's come round quick, Chris, isn't it?
Now, the 2 weeks after that will, of course, be another bank holiday because it'll be New Year, won't it? So we'll figure out exactly when we're going to be back, and we'll let you know next time.
Got extra bank holiday next year as well, won't we? Because old Chuck's getting coronated, isn't he, mate?
Thingy, yeah, what's it? Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got another bank holiday in the calendar this year. We're doing all right, haven't we?
Yeah, it's all good. Foxx has just sent a smiley face. I don't know why. Could be for anything.
No idea.
I completely forget.
He's probably sat on his keyboard.
Might be it. Maybe his face planted onto it. Yeah.
We haven't had an answer yet, Chris. This is all.
No, we haven't. But we're, Bobbin says, I think vegan means thunderbolt. It might do.
Lord Bartley says, my wife says many hours of fun can be had by me if I paint the living room. I said, yes, but in a smaller scale. There you go.
Yeah. But you could use an airbrush.
Paint it with one of those fine detail brushes, mate.
That'd be many days of fun, wouldn't it? That'd be.
Wouldn't it? How you doing, love? I'm still on the door.
Just got to get the shading right.
Yeah. 6-panel door with a Winsor and Newton super duper detail brush. That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it?
Obviously, Citadel paints.
Yeah, a little pot.
How expensive would that be to paint your house in a?
Oh, could you imagine? Yeah. You're going to paint your entire hallway with Citadel paints and a detail brush.
How many pots of paint would it take to paint an average room?
I am sure Foxx will work that out.
Foxx says it means wagtail. It says in the name. Yeah, it does. I saw that afterwards, but you'll hear me say that in a couple of minutes. It'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. Once you've caught up with the stream, Foxx, you'll hear Chris go, "Oh, look, it's wagtail."
Yeah, because now it is 9:32 of the PMs in here, and yeah, we're behind the times, and you're behind the times even worse.
Yeah, we still ain't had an answer, have we?
No, well, they haven't got to the end yet. But we're just
yeah, they haven't got to the end of Fox's what's in store, have they? But bear in mind, folks, as well, this is a Foxx one. That's all we're saying.
Well, no, I must admit, I'm quite proud of him for this one.
Yeah, there's an element of criticism in there, isn't there?
They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but apparently you can teach an old fox some things. He picks things up occasionally.
It's only taken him 3 years, isn't it?
I didn't say to teach him easily or quickly, but you can teach him.
yeah. This is a Foxx, isn't it? You know, it's like, yeah.
So they must be on the last one now. So I'm sure that it will come along any moment now.
Imminently.
Right.
This has got to be one of YouTube's better ones. Oh, we got our first response in.
We got a response in. It's not quite a correct response. It's getting there. We can say that's not it, Mark. But in 5 minutes, when you hear that that's not it, someone else would have put in the right one by now. I hope. No idea, says Paul. Empire Strikes Back, says Lee. That'll do. Well done.
Yeah.
That's what he's got. Star Wars.
It's the correct answer.
It's the correct answer. So well done, Lee. You've won nothing, and you'll get it at some point. If you haven't got it in a couple of weeks, then it's Fox's fault. So we can prepare ourselves for another 3 or 4 minutes of people guessing. But
yeah. Well, what we can do during that 3 or 4 minutes, if you want, is we could always do the thing.
We can do the thing, and then we'll just be ready to disappear at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
We have a thing to give away.
Yeah.
I think you've got it, haven't you, Colin? You say?
I've got it here, mate. Yeah.
Colin will show you the
folks.
Colin will put his thing on screen. And you too can
this
win
is
yourself.
the eModels giveaway for this week, folks, and it is the Airfix 172nd Boeing B-17G Flying Fortress, folks. And yeah, it's a big old Boeing aeroplane that you can have a bit of fun building. Look at that bad boy. Got a choice of a couple of colour schemes there with your decals. 72nd scale, so it's not going to be massive. But then don't forget, this was the B-17, wasn't it? So it was quite a big plane, wasn't it? So yeah. There you go. The Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress is a 4-engined heavy bomber designed for the US Army Corps in the 1930s. There's a load of blurb on there. Let's have a look, see if there's any dimensions. But yeah, you've got the US United States Army Air Force, Royal Air Force Battalion Suffolk for the top scheme. And then you've got the Royal Air Force Ire Suffolk in 1945. There's no dimensions given, I'm afraid, but yeah, scroll up and see whether there's any more information. No, it just gives the what's his name there, the scale, but it looks like it's a pretty damn nice kit, folks, and it's also free. Don't forget, this is our giveaway. So, Chris, what are we going to have? Are we going to have just a general comment left on this, do you think? Or
yeah, well, tell you what, as two of them aren't here today, we could ask you to provide their sick note. Put in the comments their excuse for not being here, either Foxx or Ted. Either one will work.
Yeah.
Give us their
list the most funny excuse.
Yeah.
that they'll come up with for their letter to HR.
Of course, keep it family friendly because some of them may well get read out next time, and you might win. You wouldn't want to win with a sweary comment.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that, would you? Yeah, you can imagine Foxx has now got the biro out. Right, let's think of a list of plausible excuses I can come up with.
You'll be taking screenshots of that to use next time.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah. And he says there's ferrets in the vacuum tube. Careful. Yeah, Ted's in charge of the vacuum tube button. So, yeah, we'll send nothing to Ted in the hope that he'll remember to send it in 2 weeks' time.
Something to happen at some point. You never know.
Erwin says the legendary HMS Victory is on his bench now. Oh, good build. That's another thing. You've got to build a tall ship in your hobby at some point. You've got to do a tall ship because, yeah. Lord Bartley says
the rigging wouldn't be much fun, tiny.
Yeah, he says a 17-foot living room will take a year to paint. Anders says the Vigans active service was between 72 and 2007. That's a long old service, mate. Yeah, that's a fair old bit, mate, isn't it? But yeah, because you used to see them at air shows back in the day, the SAR Vigan, and it was like, yeah. Jacqueline says, yeah, that sounds like Foxx. Absolutely. Yeah. If anyone can come up with a good long-winded excuse, it's going to be the guru, isn't it?
Yep. There'll be excuses coming out of his ear holes. So, yeah, watership down to Lee. I don't know why, but he said watership down. I don't know what that is.
Absolutely.
Paul Ryder says, I'm on 938. We're on 938 as well. Wow, does that mean you've caught up? Are you live? Are we live?
Yeah, that's unusual. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
What we got? Bobbin saw a Vigan at an air show a couple of years ago. He says, awesome. Sadly, the Draken could not appear. Yeah, we used to get the big old Vulcan bomber appear at the air shows, but that's currently going or undergoing yet more refurb, so they're not flying at the moment.
Oh.
In response to AJ's question about the Xmas build, sadly, not this year. Will not all be available. Yeah,
it's getting
taking a week out over Christmas, and yeah, so it's fitting it in's becoming quite problematic because we're all making plans at Crimbo, aren't we, at the moment? So I'm sure we'll do something together at some point.
So yeah, at some point we'll do something, but yeah, not at Christmas. So yeah, that's about it then, really, isn't it? Should we call it a night?
Yeah.
Well, we'll call it a
let's
night now.
wind
And then
down
5 minutes
because yeah, saves them being tortured any longer. Bless them.
Yeah, so that will be us for this evening. Don't forget, when this is a video, leave a comment on there, and you win stand a chance of winning in 2 weeks' time when we return, hopefully with a full roster.
Absolutely.
You never know. That's that. Thank you all for watching. It's been fun. It's been challenging, and you'll probably, I don't know, but is everybody live now, or is it just Paul that managed to...
Yeah, well, we would like to thank YouTube for balking it yet again, so thanks for that.
Yeah, thanks for all your help, YouTube. It's been great.
Yeah.
I don't know what was wrong with my sound at the beginning, but I didn't fix it by doing nothing. So yeah, there we go. So that's it. Thank you all. It's been fun. We shall see you in 2 weeks' time. If you don't make it back in 2 weeks' time, then have a good Christmas. But we'll be here. And I could do with winning a kit for a change, says Andy. Well, you know, you've got to be in it to win it.